Okay, so this video is actually to answer a question that I got on one of my previous videos. Um, as you guys know, I've turned my notifications off for like when people comment because I get a lot of stuff about, oh, I can kick your ass, you're not that big, da 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 da. And it's not that it bothers me, but it's just annoying to try to go through and find the comments that are actually like asking a question or actually want to speak or whatever when there's some troll with nothing better to do with his life. And I'm sure he's like 160 pounds in his mom's basement with his dick in his hand and flipping through my videos in between his Pornhub or whatever he's jerking off to because he can't ever get any real pussy. I.e., Jason Genova, Mark Lobiner, all you motherfuckers that I don't like. You know, speaking of Mark Lobiner, I think you are the biggest fucking coward and pussy in the industry, Mark. You are just such a fucking fake. And, I would love to kick your fucking ass, Mark. I really would, I rarely talk about people's families, but, you and your telling how your kids are going to be champions. Fuck. I don't see how. I don't see how. Your goddamn kid came and kick a goddamn soccer ball. But nevertheless, I'm not here to bash anybody's kids, and I would never want to do that. But, Mark Lobiner, I think you're a pussy. I think you're a faggot. And if I ever see you, I would love to just beat your fucking ass, Mark. You're a fucking coward. You and that Johnny Bravo faggot, all you motherfuckers who were involved in, you know, um, fucking up the wellness clinic in Florida, just leave us alone. Leave us alone, But no, you guys got to go out and fucking tattle and, tell your lies and bullshit and, I've never lied, Rich Piana never lied, There's guys that don't lie, Do I take juice? Yes. Do I take steroids? Yes. Do I take growth hormone? Yes. I don't see any reason to lie about it, I don't see any reason to be a fake natty. I don't see any reason to be a Brad Castleberry using fake weights. I have a 21-inch arm. I obviously I'm on juice. I'm not going to try to say I'm not. Anyway, this video, I digress. This video was a question. It was a very good question from a guy, and he said to me, could you do a video comparing living in the cost of living in California to the cost of living in Las Vegas. And yes, I can. And I also just purchased a condo in Jesus Christ, where was that? Where is that? My team does so much for me now that I almost can't remember where the condo is. Nevertheless, I can't remember. If I remember later, I'll tell you. I just got it like 3 days ago. That's why I can't quite remember the exact location. It's near Mount Shasta, but it's not exactly. So I'll say by Mount Shasta. I just got a condo there, but that'll probably just kind of pertain to the California thing anyway. But anyway, so it goes like this. Nevada is much, much cheaper in a lot of ways. Excuse me. I got a 4,500 square foot home in Nevada with a swimming pool, hot tub, outdoor grill, outdoor kitchen, brand new home. Nobody had ever lived in it before me. Forecourt garage because you're not allowed to park on the street in the gated community that I live in. You can't park your cars on the street. From the CCNRs, they don't allow that. And I have a ton of cars, so it's going down though. I had 7, and now I'm down to 3. I have the Tahoe. I just sold the Porsche. I have the Tahoe. I have the BMW M5 and I have the BMW M3. So anyway, California, the home I have in California, I inherited. So it's been in the family so long that the property tax is like nothing. It's like nothing, literally. I own here in California half a city block, and my property taxes every year are under $200 because the home has been in our family that long. My grandmother bought it. Who knows when, 30s or 40s or whatever, and it's been in the family ever since. So I pay under $200 property tax for my home in California. Now, aside from that, everything else seems to be more expensive. Obviously, it's California. Now, I got my home in Vegas for, like I said, it's a huge home, pool, hot tub, everything you can imagine, brand new, nobody had ever lived there. And I got that home, I believe, for about after closing, it was about four. It was about 400,000, which here in California would have been easily a $4 million home, $3.5 million home. So the price of homes is better, obviously, but other places in Nevada and things like that tend to be more expensive. Now, if you stay away from the tourist part of Las Vegas, you will save money. If you go into the tourist part of Las Vegas, you will lose money, obviously. That's what it's geared towards, and that's what it's for. I don't go there much because I live there. I don't go to the Strip unless, I have a reason, and I don't often have a reason. I train and do my thing, and that's just that's it. To compare the two, I would say they're fairly similar when all is said and done. I pay more for property taxes in Las Vegas because I bought the house more recently. I don't know how much the property taxes are going to be on the condo in Shasta. I have no idea. I know that it works out to about the same, though. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to describe. Things are a little bit fancier in Vegas than where I am in California, so they tend to cost a little more, but if you know where to go, you can get good deals. For instance, I smoke Cuban cigars. Here in California, I have a guy, and I have a guy in Vegas. Well, the price difference for the same cigars is about $4. So that's, they're $4 more in Vegas. And I understand that because there's tourists there. They may not, people that might not go out and spend, $20 or $30 on a cigar regularly might do it in Vegas, whereas they, in California, probably not. So, there you go. Now, car wise and stuff like that is pretty similar, to get them serviced because I take my cars to the dealerships to get serviced. I don't take them to like Midas Mufflers and fucking Joe Blow's fucking garage where, he'll, duct tape your shit together. I take my cars to the dealership so they get it worked on properly when they need to be worked on. So that's about the same. But I can tell you this, buying cars in Vegas is much cheaper than California. I have bought my last 4 cars in Las Vegas, and I have probably saved about $100,000 by doing that because I tend to buy nice cars, and so yeah, I've saved about $100,000 by buying my cars in Las Vegas rather than California. So yeah, I don't know if that answers your question. I don't even know if you'll see this, but I hope that it gives some insight. It all depends on what you like to do, what you like to spend your money on. If you gamble, obviously Vegas is not, you're not going to save a lot of money there. In California, it depends on where you live. You know, if you're in Northern California, it's probably not as bad as, you know, here in SoCal, you know, obviously. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's all about where you want to live. I've learned that in my life, I choose my climates and where I like, you know, where I want to be. And then I find a place where, find a place that's where what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? So like if I feel like, oh, I want to, you know, get a house somewhere nice and warm, that's what I'll do is I'll go look and find somewhere that's nice and warm, and you know, pay the price, and you know, that's just the way it goes. Whereas in Las Vegas, it's always fucking hot, except in the wintertime when there's flash floods and shit. But you know, the homes are far less. You know, you can get a, for instance, a $500,000 home in Las Vegas is about a $2 million home in California, at least in Southern California. So I hope that answers your question. If not, fire me more. I'd love to answer them for you and see if I can clear up more for you. I hope I touched on it a little bit. You know, your question was a little vague. It was just, can you do a comparison on? And I'm trying to, but you know, there's so many things that, you know, maybe if you could be more specific, I will too. So hit me up again and we'll talk. You know, I don't mind that at all. And until the next video, signing off. And God bless you guys. Be safe. And if anyone fucks with family, kill them.